Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Friday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Brett Pritchard. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Jason Caldwell from inside the Auburn Tigers will join us a little bit later in the program. Be sure to stay tuned for that as well. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us each and every day. We would love to hear from you, love to interact with you in some way. So if you got something on your mind or if you'd like to contribute to the conversation, give us a call, 256-234-6221, or just dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page, that's Sports with a Z, and comment away. And we'll get to as many of those as we can throughout the show today as well. Auburn traveling out to Corvallis, Oregon. They're already there. They will be participating in that Super Regional beginning tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. That is Central Time.
Yep.
So Auburn and Oregon State going to play hopefully 2 games. Maybe they'll have to play 3. You never know. But Auburn, the 14 seed overall, Oregon State, the number 3 seed overall. So it's a really good team. David and I kind of broke down the numbers a little bit at the tail of the tape yesterday. We can kind of look over that again today and get Brett's thoughts on that. But Auburn, you know, as hot as anybody in the country right now as they head out there to play in that regional. 5 SEC teams in super regionals. And oddly enough, you know, it's Brett, I was thinking about it. Every year there's a lot of SEC teams that make regionals. There's a lot of SEC teams that make super regionals. But it seems like every year they would be playing each other. No SEC team playing each other. It's possible for 5 SEC teams to make the College World Series.
That's not really surprising all the way back to the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when 4 teams from the SEC West made it to the College World Series. So it's not – and then if you look at Texas and Oklahoma still being around, you could possibly have –
That's true.
I mean, because they're technically quasi –
Soon to be.
But Auburn is one of 10 teams in the country that's made a super regional 3 out of the last 4 years. That's elite company, and Butch Thompson has done a really good job of building this program to a point where we all hoped he could get it, and he's been able to withstand some of the obstacles and the battles that we have to deal with here in the state of Alabama with funding issues, with scholarships and all, but he's done it. And he's got Auburn competing at the highest level every single year. Not sure there was a lot of expectations even around this team this year.
Big class.
That's what I'm saying. Alabama and Auburn picked at the bottom of the heap. You know, what does he do? He just rolls out another team that wins 40 games and finds themselves 2 wins away from another College World Series. Done a phenomenal job, and he continues to do it. We better hold on to him. I think South Carolina's after him pretty hard, and you're gonna get this. I mean, Auburn really needs to shore up shore up Butch Thompson like they did Bruce Pearl, and not worry about it. I mean, Butch Thompson has done a phenomenal job with this program. He's built a tremendous staff that's doing a great job, that can recruit. And I think you'd be crazy not to do it. But, again, this is a program that is in the elite right now. When you're mentioned with teams that are mentioned, those 10 teams that have made a super regional 3 out of the last 4 years, that's phenomenal.
You think about how fortunate Auburn really is. As you mentioned, and rightly so, the majority of the credit goes to Butch Thompson, but how just fortunate is Auburn that you can have somebody the quality and the pedigree and the stature of a Gabe Gross to want to come back and be the hitting coach for this team. and you can have a volunteer assistant by the name of Tim Hudson, who's a borderline Hall of Fame Major League Baseball pitcher.
It just tells you how much
wants to come back.
Well, it just tells you what that program meant to both of them.
Absolutely.
And I was in school with Tim Hudson down there. I worked in the media relations department. So 1997 was a special year. I'll never forget it. He's still the only SEC player to win the fielding award, the hitting award, and the pitching award. You know, I think he won at that time. I'd have to go back and look. I think he won 18 games as a starter that year. He had the Gold Glove for fielding out in center field, and is either I can't remember the wins. I'd have to pull it up, but I think he hit 18 or 20 home runs while batting.
95 RBI.
95 RBI. So. You know, the performance, and if you remember Tim Hudson, he was a little beanpole. When, you know, and I know things are different, the bats are different and stuff like that, but he had such quick hands at the plate. He could drive a ball out. He didn't have to be this big, you know, lumberjack guy standing at the plate like a Sonny DeShera. He did it with his arm speed and his hand speed. Pitching, he was a shutdown pitcher. I think, of course, Hal Baird was a tremendous coach, but I think everybody said, why didn't you start Tim Hudson against Stanford and save Brian Hepson for Rice or whoever it would have been that you'd have played in Game 2 that year in the College World Series? But he didn't do it. Tim Hudson did win that game against Rice 10-0. I just remember that year so vividly. There's so many things I can spout off. But he's a multimillionaire. He's worth about $30 to $40 million. You're right. He's a borderline Hall of Famer. He's back. What else has he got to do? I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, you know, you can travel the world and do all that kind of stuff, but he's got young kids and he's trying to raise them. And he moved back to a community that gave so much to him, and it's awesome to see him give back. And through his talents and his coaching ability, and Auburn is the benefactor of that.
But and to impart that knowledge, you know, that he has gained, and he just seems, I mean, he seems a lot like Hal Baird almost. The way he just kind of strolls out to the mound, very calm. I mean, he never, you know, the only time I've ever seen him upset was at Tennessee. Him and Gabe Gross both.
Everybody got upset at Tennessee, but you know. Good to see this baseball program going deep in the playoffs, going deep in the postseason. If you want to, you know, I hate to say it, but timing is everything in baseball. And Auburn got cold at the right time, I guess. You know, they'd already clinched a berth in the SEC tournament. They were fighting for a seed. I mean, they could have been as high as an 8 seed in some publications, but really when they went out of the SEC tournament, they knew they were in there. They had lost that top 8 seed, so they were able to go home and rest. And obviously that week really helped them rejuvenate. They were able to get that regional at home. And, man, they scored 50 runs in those 3 games they played, and that's an SEC record for regional play. And so this did them well. Now their pitching is continuing to be what their pitching's been, but these bats are red hot. And, you know, Cole Foster coming back obviously reignited this lineup. Now everybody seems to be hitting the ball. Brody Moore seems to be, I mean, I guess the thing looks like a beach ball to him. So let's keep this rolling. It's going to be different weather up in Corvallis. It's been hot and sticky and all down here for a while. Now you go up there where it's not as humid and it's cooler and, you know, may have to wear some long sleeves or whatever. But anyway, you adapt and move on. But I was impressed with the way Vanderbilt played. Oregon State struggled in their own regional. Vanderbilt, they gave up that solo home run in like the 7th inning that ended up costing them the game. They only lost by 1 run. If else, we would have been in Auburn this weekend.
Well, by my count, looking at the schedule, Oregon State went 47 and 16 overall. They only lost three-game series all year long. They split a couple, I guess, 2-game series. They only lost three-game series all year long. Mm-hmm. One of them was to Stanford. They lost 2 games to 3. One of them was on the road at Arizona. That was at home, by the way, to Stanford. Lost on the road 3 games, 2 games.
They went 1 and 2 against Arizona.
At Arizona and UCLA.
Yeah.
They lost the series at home against UCLA, and they lost to them in the Pac-12 tournament. So they lost 3 games against UCLA, the team that Auburn beat 11-4. So maybe Auburn take some confidence out there in that. Because like you said, I mean, it's all about time. And Auburn, at the end of the year, kind of lost its way a little bit after that Alabama series.
Sure.
They just kind of, they lost, I think, 2 out of the last 3 series. But all of a sudden, you score 11 runs in the first inning and don't look back in that regional. So
it's what the doctor ordered. And
it's not just at the plate. It's on the mound. It's in the field.
Right. John Paul said, really just what we talked about. How would weather affect this Auburn baseball team? You would hope not, but it's going to be different conditions out there. So ball maybe not traveling as far.
They might appreciate a little cooler
weather.
They
may embrace it for sure, but they'll deal with it, whatever they've got to do, and it's not like it's going to be bone cold. You don't like to play baseball in bone cold weather.
No.
So. But it's going to be different conditions, but I think they'll be up to it.
Up against our first break here on the Auburn Blitz, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hilleby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hilleby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it
The city famous for its music is quiet now, but it's about to be overwhelmed by the symphony of speed. Nashville Superspeedway will be rocking from the pit to the grandstand. June 24th through 26th, the Ally 400 NASCAR Cup Series race weekend brings a mix of incredible racing and live entertainment. Tickets are going fast, so visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com today and join the full-throttle fun.
It's been 30 years. 30 years of growth. 30 years of dedication. 30 years of service and value to our great customers. 30 years of automotive technology and innovation. We are proud to celebrate our anniversary at Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika, making you smile for 30 years.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. 256-234-6221 is our number here. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. We're brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. They got 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today.
Oklahoma outscored Texas in the softball national championship 26-6 in 2 games. Yeah. Won 10-5 last night, won the national championship.
Congratulations to
Texas jumped
soon to be SEC Oklahoma Sooners.
Yeah, and soon to be Texas. Both of them in the national championship series. But Oklahoma really just, good Lord, they lost 3 games all year. But Taylor Snow moves from Auburn to Oklahoma and wins the national championship, so that was a big move for her. Ty said the forecast for Corvallis tomorrow night is showers.
Of course it is.
51 degrees. Just beautiful weather up in the northwest corner of the United States.
Well, the good thing about that stadium is it can rain all it wants. And
turf.
It's turf, and it's all turf, right? So there ain't any dirt on the mound. All right, so you'll be fine.
Vanderbilt's got that, and then they were slipping around a few, remember?
Tanner Burns breaking his
he pretty much tore something out there. So, but anyway, maybe the showers will hold off. You better get some coffee, something. It's 9:30 start our time.
Yeah,
to get going.
I think David said they bumped it up to 9. So I don't know why that is, but
really,
it's what he said yesterday. So maybe
I haven't seen that.
Okay, so. That's what I think we said yesterday.
Here we go with these times again. We had about 5 times for A-Day start, and everybody was chiming in, and everybody thought they knew what time it was kicking off, and then about the time it was over, we were kicking off on a whole nother day. I was like, so I hate to even go down that road again.
Well, speaking of football, interestingly enough, we've got some newcomers that have.
According to ESPN, it is 9.
Is 9. So there you go.
David's on it.
So according to, we've got some newcomers coming in through the transfer portal. We've got some new guys that are on campus now through the new recruiting class. New weights, new height. Some of the guys are shrinking, Brett. I don't know if that's a good sign, but some of the guys are growing, some of them are shrinking. So take that for what you will. But I just thought this was interesting. I always find it somewhat interesting. Running back Damari Alston, 5'9", 209 pounds. He's listed right now, measuring coming into Auburn. As a senior in high school, he's 5'10".
Well, I mean, this is a lot of times things are embellished.
You're kidding, man.
Things are embellished.
All right, Austin Osbury, big safety out of Louisiana,
right?
Kind of big time. Gain, he was 195 in high school, 203 now. So he's been working hard. Hopefully, that's hopefully that's muscle that he has gained on that. So Camden Brown, this is 6'3". He's gone from 190 to 202 as a wide receiver. 6'3", 202. That's much of a man. That's a wide receiver position. I think.
Can he catch?
Yeah. Does he have hands? That's a good question. Omari Kelly. This is another. He went from 6'2" to 6 foot. My goodness. 180 to 176 too. He's trimmed down. So that's kind of like it's the old blue chips.
He was never 6'2".
You know the old blue chips.
I know. Yeah.
Shaq and Penny.
He was never 6'2".
The other guy, and they were like, 7'4", so and so, and he said, "I'm not 7'4". He said, "Well, you will be when you play here."
That's exactly right.
Alex McPherson. My goodness. I mean, why would you embellish your kicker? He was 5'10" in high school. He's only 5'9" now.
I guess whatever Auburn's using to measure.
He's 5'9" and 150 pounds. We got Tom Cruise kicking for Auburn.
Tom Cruise ain't 5'9". He's embellished too if he's saying he's 5'9".
Yeah. Enos Sledge, 6'3".
Does that sound like a 1960s artist?
I was
like
going to
music?
say it's the lead singer for AC/DC, but I mean, that sounds like there's something, 6'3", 315 in high school, 6'2", 315 now. So,
okay.
Again, it's these guys, I don't know what's in the water at these places, but Robert Woodyard, here's a big one. Okay, 6'1", 210 in high school. This is our 5-star borderline, high 4-star linebacker. 6 foot, 245. He has put on 35 pounds.
Yeah, and
that's good. I mean, I'm glad to see that.
His thing in high school was speed. So if he can maintain the speed at that size, that's a thumper.
That is definitely good. Defensive line, the transfer of Morris Joseph from Memphis, 6'2", 275 last year at Memphis, 6'2", 281 now listed at Auburn. Safety, transfer from Iowa State, Craig McDonald, 6'3", 210. He shrunk too, 6'2", 204.
They putting too much weight on their back.
I guess
compression.
So. That's
Warsham's the same though.
It's a mystery. Yeah, Dazzlin Warsham, the transfer from Miami, Hewitt-Trussville guy as well.
Boy, we got a pipeline from Hewitt-Trussville.
Well, what do we got? Javaris Johnson now, Omari Kelly,
and Warsham.
And Warsham. Right. So,
But
hopefully it works out well.
He's a
6'1",
good football player.
175. He is now 6'1", 177. So, yeah, he hasn't been.
Any news on any other recruits, like new ones coming in for this class?
I know that there's several guys. That,
I was a loaded question.
I know, but we have several guys coming in this weekend for official visits. Had several guys last weekend. A lot of left that said Auburn was
I had the
number
best
one
analysis about, and I can't remember if you said it or who said it. I don't think you did. When you go to the grocery store and you put a bunch of groceries in your grocery cart, you ain't paid for them yet.
That's true.
They look good,
True.
right?
Yeah.
But you ain't got them yet.
Ain't gone through the checkout yet.
Brian Arson's got a big grocery cart right now. Can he get through the checkout line is the question.
I think that's a fair.
And this weather forecast looks horrible, by the way, for this weekend. 85% chance on Saturday and Sunday.
What's the chances we're still playing baseball on Tuesday?
Or Wednesday. We'll just drag out all week.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you for about 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate. For all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast, give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. Does not look good for Auburn as they travel out to Corvallis, planning to get underway on Saturday night at 9 o'clock. Ty says the forecast for Corvallis tomorrow night, showers and 51 degrees. Bill says weather in Corvallis, Oregon is 60s on Saturday, 50s on Sunday, rain, 67% on Saturday, 84% on Sunday. So
this afternoon over there, we just looked at the radar. It looks real,
lot of
real nice out there right now. So that's what you get in Oregon and Washington. I mean, year round. I mean, this is the weather they have year round. So you knew that was it's amazing. They get the games in. They get.
It's true.
That's why they turfed that field.
Yeah, there's no question. And they play probably. I don't know. Anyway, so hopefully maybe Auburn will be able to get that done, and the weather won't be a major factor. But who knows? You never
talking
know.
about weather just kicked me into a mode about golf real quick. This 54 golf or LIV golf,
It is kind of the live tour, but
It's the live tour,
I think
but
it's a double entendre.
Well, it is. It means 50 because that's their format. Man, I'm telling you, 17. They're putting a hurting on the PGA, and you know, I know it's a little bit smaller comparison, but it's like when Major League Fishing was created, and Bass had been the head honcho forever. You know, it'd been the only organization for professional fishermen, and then Major League Fishing, a bunch of the top dogs, created their own league because they weren't happy with the way Bass was doing things. And now most of your top fishermen are over on the MLS side. And, you know, that's the life, that's the world we live in now. I mean, just because it's been done a certain way forever doesn't mean that's the way it continues to be. And now the PGA's got a mess on its hands because I saw a stat that Dustin Johnson's going to make more in the LIV Tour than Tiger Woods has made as a winner of tournaments on the PGA Tour. It's like $123 million to $121 million. I mean, the money is astronomical because of the backing. And, of course, it's enticing these top pros to move over. Oosthuizen, Schwartzel, Dustin Johnson.
Ricky Fowler.
Mickelson, Fowler. So are we seeing the PGA wither up on a vine right now?
Well, I mean, you still got some major, you know, you still got the majority of major. But,
I'm just telling you, man, it overnight, I mean, they're snatching some of the bigger names and those incentives.
Well, competition's always good.
That's what
right?
it is. I mean, that's what it is. So let's go to the phone lines. Caller, go ahead. You're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
What's up, my man?
Okay, I just seen a while ago that Tiger Woods has become the third player, sports player, to become a billionaire.
Correct.
Outside Michael Jordan and LeBron James. And also, I don't know if y'all touched on this, Cincinnati, Houston, and Central Florida will be joining the Big 12 next July.
Next July?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of moving and shaking going on in the world of college athletics right now. And with the absence of some of these bigger teams going to other conferences, it's opening up room for some of these teams that are trying to build up and become, you know, major players.
Who do y'all think will run the Big 12 now since Oklahoma and Texas is leaving?
Well, Texas hasn't been running much anything anyway, even when they were there. I think maybe if we're talking about football, I mean, Oklahoma, that's going to be, you know, tough for them because they've been the one to make it to the playoffs and really be that banner toter for the Big 12? That's a good question, Charles.
Hey, man, Iowa State has kind of, you know, stepped
who
up.
would have ever thought that?
It's a vacuum for somebody to fill. They may have Baylor. They're playing a lot better these days. Oklahoma State.
And 3 teams, doesn't that give them an odd number of teams?
I think you're right.
Yeah, maybe Iowa State would be the top dog because they seem like they had Oklahoma's number pretty much.
They did. Their program's increased since Gene Chizik left.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
All right, Oregon.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know how long the Big 12 will be able to survive.
Could Central Florida dominate the Big 12 now?
Could. Look at their recruiting grounds. I mean, they've got just as good a chance as any. Old Gus in the Big 12.
Absolutely.
How much longer do you think Gus will be at Central Florida? Honeymoon wear off a little bit last year.
A little bit.
Yeah, they're like, okay, here we go.
I mean, how long have you been there? Was last year's first year or second?
I think second.
Okay, so the honeymoons don't last
as
long as they used to.
No, there's not a lot of people fired up about.
I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical. I think
I have no idea why you would be skeptical about anything related to Gus.
Yeah. I think it's a good fit for him at Central Florida, but I just don't.
Well, now he's moving into if this big, you know, a bigger conference going back.
Yeah, you're in a Power 5 conference now.
Right. So without Texas and Oklahoma, the door's wide open. You can see what happened. But I didn't mean to steer away, but, you know, the golf thing.
Yeah.
Well, mentioning Tiger Woods being a billionaire golfer with LeBron James.
Did it surprise you that Tiger took this long?
I thought he already had.
I would have thought he'd have been there before LeBron James.
Well, I think he had some money taken away from him.
Well, Yeah, well, his wife may be the first.
Well, I'm thinking that's probably dipped into his coffers a little bit. But anyway, he's not hurting by any stretch of the imagination.
Had Mike's giving away some money too. So,
Sure, yeah. Sure has. Phil Nook's been gambling all his away. No wonder he's playing golf over in the league.
Michael Jordan probably be a billionaire 2 times. He might be a trillionaire.
Yeah, he's probably lost that much in gambling. Jason Caldwell up next.
All right. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Pass with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At CNT Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house, you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River Region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, Brubaker, Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at BrewBaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you. Just a couple of more segments left in today's show. Going to go to the phone line and welcome in our good friend Jason Caldwell from inside the Auburn Tigers. Jason, how you doing today?
I'm good, guys. How about y'all?
Doing really well. Auburn heading up to Corvallis to take on Oregon State in the Super Regional, the 14 versus 3 seed. Kind of break down this matchup for us a little bit.
Yeah, it's an intriguing matchup. Obviously, when you get down. Sorry, I'm in a football camp. So when you get down to the last, few teams, you always have intriguing matchups, and so this one's not any different. You're looking Auburn can they kind of pick up where they left off? They pick up where they left off swinging the bat last weekend, and obviously it's a lot different. Facing maybe the number one pitcher in the country right out of the gate, and Cooper Herpy, a kid from Oregon State that's 10-2, has 155 strikeouts, only walked about 20 this year. You wouldn't expect to go out there and score, average 17 runs a game this weekend, but UCLA beat this team 3 out of 5 here toward the end of the season, won a series in Corvallis, won 2 out of 3 the last series of the regular season. So this is a beatable team. They're good, not a dominant team. It's not Tennessee. It's not a team that you look at and go, man, they can just bash you and punish you and got a bunch of guys throwing 100 miles an hour. That's not what they do. Them and Auburn are pretty similar type teams. They're going to depth in the order. Got one really good hitter. They got the Pac-12 Player of the Year. Auburn's got the SEC Player of the Year. They got they probably have one dominant pitcher, but Auburn's probably got more depth. It should be a really good matchup. And man, as always, game one is important, but I think for Auburn, I think it's more important for Oregon State because it's their number one guy. Auburn, they got 3 number 2s probably. They don't necessarily have one dominant guy. If Auburn were to steal game one, then you'd have to feel really good about Auburn's chances this weekend.
Jason, talk about Butch Thompson as a whole, what Auburn's been able to accomplish in the last, 4 to 5 years and overcoming some built-in obstacles here in the state of Alabama with funding and all with baseball. Auburn's one of 10 teams to have made a super regional 3 out of the last 4 years. He's really got this program at a level that we haven't seen consistently in a long time. Just talk about him and the possibility of maybe Auburn looking at locking him down like they did Bruce Pearl a few months ago.
Yeah, and I think it'd be a great move when you look at the consistency they've done, consistency they've had, especially when you look at potentially here down the road, start talking about trying to, we're hearing that they're looking at maybe trying to even up these scholarships a little bit and try to make it a little bit more above board across the country. If you start giving Auburn anything close to the amount of scholarships that these other schools have, then this is a program that could take off even more. And so I think it's, we saw an atmosphere last weekend unlike anything I can remember at Flemington Park. I think that was a great step in the right direction. And, it's just about building. They're building, continue to build, and this is another step.
Coach Thompson's got a great staff. They've proven that they can go out and recruit. I was there Sunday, you're right, in between the lightning delays. It was a great atmosphere in spite of all that. And, it was a great atmosphere all weekend. A community that really just loves baseball, not from the college level all the way down to Little League. When you look at East Alabama, where Auburn's located, all the way over to Phoenix City into Columbus, LaGrange, the Auburn, Opelika area, it's just rich in baseball. And they start young and they play it at a high level. And this is a perfect place, location-wise, geography-wise, to, as you said, if they equal up these scholarships, this thing could become a dominant region of the country.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely opportunities there for for this one to really take off. There's no question about it. And you put yourself in position. That's kind of the goal, and they've done that, put themselves in a position, and you got the potential to now go to a second College World Series in 3 baseball seasons with that 2020 COVID year, but you're 3 out of 4 years in a super regional, and that's kind of the goal, is to give yourself an opportunity year after year, and they're continuing to do that.
Jason, you mentioned you're at a football camp. What's going on? You seen any prospects of note?
Yeah, it's a lot of young guys nowadays that come to camp. That's these kids that are going to be seniors that already have offers. Most of those guys, those guys don't camp anymore. So right now it's about some of these guys that maybe want to try to get themselves an offer, earn an offer here, or young guys, 2024s and 25s. Some of those guys that have a chance to really kind of catch somebody's eye. That's kind of how these camp things work now.
Jason, before we let you go, just an overall evaluation of Auburn's football program. Of course, coming off SEC meetings a few weeks ago, you're in this time of the year with summer. You're just about a month away from SEC media days, and then things kind of get geared up. Auburn, from all prognostications, is picked toward the bottom of the conference. And, so let's just kind of be real about it. There's not a lot of expectations around this team. Is this a team that could overachieve and really do some special things, or is this going to be a year that's going to be difficult, and Brian Harson's going to have to fight through that to convince recruits to come to Auburn?
Yeah, I think there's potential there. There's just not a lot of room for error. It kind of reminds me of baseball. There's just not a lot of room for error. You can't afford many injuries. You need to have a couple of things go your way, and the good thing for them is that you're starting off at home. You got 5 games at home to begin the season. All 5 of those games are winnable. But you look at it, and you got a couple of those games that you could easily lose as well, depending on how you play. So it all revolves to me around offensively. Can they find the right quarterback, and can they find a way to make plays down the field in the passing game? Coy Moore, can he be a true number one? That's to me, that's almost as big a question as what you look at from the quarterbacks is do you have a guy that can be a number one playmaker at wide receiver? Because if you do that, then you give yourself an opportunity then to open up that offense for more.
Jason, thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Jason Caldwell from Inside the Auburn Tigers. We'll be back with more right after this message.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA Weekly Show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 Preview Show, and Reclassification Reveal Show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, their compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Friday afternoon, brought to you by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. Saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team.
The anticipation of that phone number was just...
Well, it adds a dramatic effect.
I was going to say, I was sitting on the edge of my seat.
Well, let's say congratulations to 57 Auburn student-athlete graduates in the spring. You had guys like Garrett Farquhar, Brooks Fuller, Josh Hall, Brody Moore, Will Morrison, Carson Skipper, Garrett Wade, all getting their degree. From baseball, basketball, or football, you had Nick Brahms, Anders Carlson, Luke Deal already graduating, Alex Jackson, Kaylin Newton going to get that diploma. Cameron Stutz, Christian Tutt. What did he transfer out?
I thought he did.
But he stuck around to get them. I don't
finish
know.
Up, man.
That's good for him. And Brooks Walton. I'm not sure I know who Brooks Walton is. But anyway, there you go. On this day, it is the 10th of June. Joe Nuxhall, at 15 years and 316 days, becomes the youngest Major League Baseball player in history.
Wow.
What were you doing at 15?
Getting a permit.
That dude was playing Major League Baseball.
Wow.
Now, granted, it was 1944 and
Right.
World War II.
And in World War II, they were trying to grab some.
Yeah, but he went on to be a player for, a while. It wasn't just like a publicity thing.
Right.
And I think he ended up being a broadcaster as well. So
how about that? 15 years old?
Yeah. Happy birthday today, 1895. Hattie McDaniel, she was in Gone with the Wind. Mamie, she was the first black Oscar winner.
How about that?
Won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress.
She did a really good job.
Yes, Howling Wolf. If you like blues, rhythm and blues, 1910, born on this day. Judy Garland, The Wizard of Oz, of course.
Right.
No Place Like Home. Mickey Jones. He was actually one of the founding members of the first edition with Kenny Rogers. Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town.
How about that?
He was a drummer, but he was also an actor. You've seen him in like 100 different things. But if I were to say like Vacation with Chevy Chase, you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, so when he runs the station wagon off in the desert, and they take it to the mechanic.
Right.
And the mechanic.
Which one is he?
He's the one that it was the wrench that's supposed to be the sheriff too.
That's right.
That's Mickey Jones.
That's Mickey Jones.
That's Mickey Jones.
Now that we've gotten all the way around.
There you go. Dan Fouts, one of the great quarterbacks in NFL history, 1951. Rich Hall, he was a comedian. Jean Triplehorn, she was in Basic Instinct, and I think Brett's favorite movie with Kevin Costner and when he was a fish. Well,
Almighty, Waterworld.
Waterworld.
He's made some really good movies. That was not one of them.
That was not one of them, yeah. Elizabeth Hurley, born on this day, 1965.
Well, let me just tell you, that 57 don't look the same on everybody.
No, it don't.
I'm just telling you.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think she may look better now than she did back then.
I think that may be.
I'm serious.
I'm not disagreeing at all. Darren Robinson, he was the human beatbox in the Fat Boys.
The Fat Boys.
He's no longer with us.
Well,
I think it probably had something to do with his weight.
I mean, I was going to guess. If I had to guess, it probably had something to do with obesity.
Bill Burr, he's a funny guy. 1968, Pokey Reese, second baseman, I think, for the Reds.
That's right.
Freddie Garcia, he pitched for the Braves for a while. I think at 1 year. Do you remember? He was in the Mariners for a while.
Maybe vaguely.
With the White Sox as well. Tara Lipinski, she was a cute little blonde that won the gold medal in 1998 figure skating, I think. And Kate Upton.
Another
she
one.
ain't bad either.
No, she's not quite 57.
Is she married to?
Verlander.
Verlander, yeah.
Justin
there you go,
Verlander.
Justin Verlander. Born on this day, 1992. Kate Upton. So there you go.
That may be Justin Verlander's biggest win.
It may be. That may be his claim to fame.
It probably is.
All right, Auburn traveling out to Corvallis to take on Oregon State Saturday.
Tomorrow.
9
They'll probably
o'clock
finish
at
the
night.
series next Wednesday or Thursday.
It may last 5 days.
I mean,
a 5-day, 3-game series. So I don't know.
I'm telling you, man, weather the last month for Auburn baseball has been brutal.
That's true.
I mean, Alabama, Kentucky, the SEC tournament, now in the regional. I mean, lightning delay after lightning delay. Get there Sunday, sit down in your seat. 2 hours later, first pitch. Get 5 innings in, another lightning delay, bottom falls out, go to the house.
Yeah.
Come back, play the next day, finish it up. I mean, it's been weather. Now you're traveling to the mecca of bad weather. In the one place that it rains like literally 362 out of 365 days a year, and that's where you got to play your super regional. But, hey, look, they'll be used to weather delays. If there's a team that's used to weather delays.
Gut feeling as
I think
Auburn
they're gonna
travels
win it.
out there.
I think they're going to win it.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I
watched Oregon State.
Auburn's playing as good as they can play right
That's what you got to watch. That's what you got to gauge these teams. Look at Ole Miss. I mean, Ole Miss, whatever happened down there in Coral Gables, ignited them. They squeaked in to the regional, but they made the most of it. And now they're back. This team was number 1 in the country at the beginning of the year. Now, they didn't play like that during the SEC play, but whatever, they may have found themselves. So you got to watch teams, how they're playing right now. Hopefully Auburn got that lull out of their system at the right time. And now they just stormed through that regional.
Like Jason said, they're going to face maybe the best pitcher in the country.
But he just pitched. He had to come back and throw against Vanderbilt to win that game. So he'll be, if they're going to run him back out there again, I mean, he'll have plenty of rest.
And what if you start the game and maybe get 2 or 3 innings in
and the bottom falls out?
Have to have a delay.
Probably done.
They may lose their advantage. Auburn may lose their advantage.
They might.
You
Just
never
got to
know.
go play it, man. See what happens. I like our chances.
I like your confidence. That's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Back on the air on Monday. Be sure to join us then He's Brett Pritchard. I'm Andy Graham. So long for now, everybody. Talk again soon.